Sorry, I have to turn around, but I don't have it here on my screen. So both Petticoat and stabilized techniques involve the use of the cool dissection device, which basically is a regular covered stent graft proximally and then bare stents in the lower part. And this device obtained FDA approval in February of 2019 after probably more than a decade that it has been used in Europe. And I'd like to mention that in the IFUs, it says that molding balloons should not be used inside the bare stents. So this is a warning that most of what I'm going to be saying is an off-label use of this device. So I'm sure you're all familiar with the Petticoat, regular cover stents to cover the proximal entry tears, and then bare stent in the more distal portion of the aorta to expand the true lumen. And this is what it would look like in an animal model. However, we know that even with this kind of approach, we've heard about it yesterday, we've heard about it this morning, probably up to half of the patients are anyway going to evolve into aneurysmal degeneration of the distal portion of the aorta, and this will have, of course, consequences regarding reinterventions and possibly deaths caused by this aneurysmal degeneration. So here comes the stabilized concept that was introduced in 2012 by the Australian group of Peter Mossop and Ian Nixons, and it involved ballooning inside the aorta, intentionally ballooning in order to intentionally disrupt the lamella and obtain a single channeled aorta all the way through the aortic length. So now we have a choice. We have an accepted technique, which, however, does not offer the chance to cure the dissection in most of the cases. It's just a sort of deluxe palliation, and then we have another technique with the potential to cure actually the dissection in order to obtain a completely nicely remodeled aorta. So let me show you a case to further explain this concept. Here we have a very typical case of acute IV dissection. The aorta is not enlarged, but there is severe malperfusion. You see that the true lumen is reduced to a sickle-shaped, very small area. So we do Petticoat in this case. You can see that now the true lumen is very nicely opened up. You can see it here labeled with these green tags. So the malperfusion is completely resolved. However, if we look a little bit more closer, you can see that here labeled with this red tag, you can see that kind of spiraling around the true lumen. The false lumen is still widely patent. And this is not an exception. It's going to happen in actually most of the cases, because even if there is not a re-entry tear in the distal portion of the aorta, in every single case, there are going to be fenestrations in the lamella at the level of the origin of all the splanchnic vessels. You can see them very nicely in this surgical specimen. So, once again, let me tell you what the stabilized concept is. After you have performed your regular Petticoat, you're going to use a balloon inside the stent graft. We're going to use a latex balloon inside the stent graft because the diameter that it will expand is limited by the fabric of the stent graft, so we are protected by the fabric of the stent graft, and then we are going to use a non-compliant balloon in the lower portion where we only have the bare stent. This is a case treated with stabilized. This is once again preoperative, very typical dilatation here at the level of the distal arch. Then the aorta is not dilated anymore, but we have malperfusion, so there is indication for treatment. We are going to revascularize the left subclavian artery in about 70% of the cases in order to be able to land the proximal stent graft in a non-dissected area of the aorta. And then we deploy the proximal stent. This move is running twice as fast in the interest of time. You see then we deploy two devices with bare stents. And then we are going to balloon with the coda, not the proximal portion of the proximal landing zone. And you can really see that